Several years ago, when I was doing a lot of citywide reads for Pay It Forward, the original version, the adult version, but it was good for high school kids. And I was in a group of high school kids. One of the high school students asked me what I would change if I could go back and change something about that book. Now, normally when I get that question about a book, my answer is I would not change it. Not because I think that any of the books are perfect, but because I think they're a perfect snapshot of where my writing was in that moment. But I realized that just with that book, with Pay It Forward, that I had a different answer. I had no idea when I wrote that I wasn't writing for adults. Even though Trevor was 12, I never pictured a 12-year-old reading it. It really wasn't until the following year the American Library Association put it on their Best Books for Young Adults list. It was the first time we realized that it was moving down to a younger audience. I started getting a lot of questions from teachers about whether or not there couldn't be a version that they could bring into their classrooms. An editor at Simon & Schuster Children's, we came together with the idea that we would come up with an edition that would be suitable for kids as young as 8. It's the same story. All we really did with taking the adult version and turning it into the Young Readers edition was to simply edit out the adult language and the adult material that I would not have put in there had I realized that this book had a great potential to be a book for children. The Pay It Forward Foundation was founded as an educational foundation. The goal was to bring the concept of Pay It Forward into the classroom and introduce kids who were maybe Trevor's age, maybe even younger, to the concept of altruistic giving. Well, the problem is we could bring the concept into the classrooms, but we couldn't bring the book into the classrooms. If it were possible to reach enough members of the next generation to give them that experience of seeing how it feels to be more kind, what would happen then when that generation grew up and was in charge? How much world change could we potentially see? And I think that that's a question that comes back around to being very important now with the Young Readers edition. Maybe we're going to get an answer to that question.